Hey guys, and welcome back to another brand new video. I've been to many beautiful gardens, like Keukenhof in the Netherlands for example, but I've never been to one as huge as like maybe at least a good 50 football pitches. Well, today it's happening, and it's because I'm here at the Garden by the Bays in Singapore. Obviously, it's going to be so big that I probably won't be able to explore the entire thing. But here, there are many different options as to where you can go. And the one that I really wanted to go to, because a lot of my relatives have actually gone there, is the Jurassic World experience in the Cloud Forest. Now, I am super excited because I absolutely love dinosaurs. And they've been a part of my life since I was very young. And as well as that, the Jurassic World films, in my opinion, are great. You should watch all of them. But yeah, let's see what there is.
Even as we headed down the escalator to the entrance of the Cloud Forest, my head was buzzing with nostalgic memories of when I would always eagerly watch the Jurassic World films in the cinema, and as soon as we went inside they all exploded in my mind. Goosebumps spread rapidly across my body as we came face to face with a pair of Brachiosaurus rearing their heads above the luscious plants. Looming over them was a huge waterfall which sprinkled the crowd with its pearls of water. Opposite the display was a huge Jurassic logo embedded within a beige boulder, and thus our amazing adventure began. As we continued, we came across a pack of Compsognathus. The Compsognathus is an extinct genus Compsognathid theropod dinosaur that lived in Germany and France during the late Jurassic period. This little pack hunted probably ate bugs and small lizards. In fact, the first fossil skeleton of this dinosaur had the remains of its last meal, a lizard, in its stomach. Soon afterwards, we were stunned by the queen of the dinosaurs and the main star of all three films, Rexy the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Tyrannosaurus Rex is one of the contenders for the largest theropod, with the largest specimens measuring 13.1 meters, standing 4 meters tall, and weighing up to 11,000 kilograms. Since its description in 1905, Tyrannosaurus has become one of, if not the #1 most famous and well-studied dinosaur in the world. After strolling around for a few minutes, we came across a large metal container which had a Stygimoloch. The Stygimoloch is a dubious genus of the Pachycephalosaur family living in the late Cretaceous period. It was distinguished from other Pachycephalosaurs by the rows of spikes on the back of its head behind the dome characteristic of the family. We then came across an awesome diorama of a stand-down between a pair of Velociraptors and a group of Pteranodons. The Velociraptor was a genus of dromaeosaurid theropod dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period, which inhabited what is now the Mongolia-China border with other unique dinosaurs. Meanwhile, the Pteranodon is a large flying reptile with a wingspan measuring as long as a school bus. These reptiles were covered in a primitive type of feathers known as pycnofibers. Pycnofibers were very hair-like in appearance and, like hair, were made of keratin. We were then mesmerized by the beauty of another Brachiosaurus, this time calmly inspecting its surroundings and occasionally letting out a bellow. The Brachiosaurus is a member of the sauropod family and one of the most well-known of all dinosaurs. For almost a century, Brachiosaurus was considered the tallest of all dinosaurs, being over 20 meters tall. Since then, other dinosaurs like Patagotitan and Supersaurus have been discovered to have been taller. After a quick look at the jeep that was used in the original Jurassic Park to outrun the Tyrannosaurus Rex, we headed up not 1, but 7 floors from where we started. When we reached the top, we came across a small pond surrounded by some beautiful sculptures named the Ethereal White Persians. They were created by Del Chihili using blown glass and steel and were gifted by the Tenoto Foundation. Now, as you can see, they are located on top of the Cloud Forest mountain. As we continued, from a distance we saw the 18 huge super trees, which range from 25 to 50 meters in height, as well as the iconic Marina Bay Sands Hotel at a distance. Marina Bay Sands is a world-famous integrated resort in Singapore, featuring 3 hotel towers, topped by the Sky Park with its iconic infinity pool and observation deck. It also includes a casino, luxury mall, theatres, convention centre, and the Art Science Museum, making it one of the city's most iconic landmarks. If you want to learn more about it, then subscribe to my channel, as I'll be releasing a video about it soon. Anyways, here's a few shots of the dinosaurs that we saw earlier on to show you how high up we really were. To be specific, the mountain was only around 42 meters tall, but it felt like we were at least twice as high. From up there, we got a much better view of the full bodies of some dinosaurs like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and in my opinion, it was amazing to see how much details they have put in every inch of these creations, even if not everything was visible. We then came across a cool statue of another pteranodon with its hook and claws ready to snatch an unsuspecting herbivore off the ground. Alongside the statue was a small recreation of the laboratory that InGen used to clone the dinosaurs in the films. In one glass case were multiple dinosaur eggs. In front of it was a tablet with an option to look at each egg of each species. As I'm demonstrating here, if you tapped one of those dinosaurs, it would give you a really cool insight on the actual embryo that was developing within the egg. Anyways, in the other glass case were a trio of baby Parasaurolophus resting their heads as they were admired by their eager audience. We also went to an observation deck where you could see the huge waterfall and the pair of Brachiosaurus that we encountered at the beginning of our journey. The waterfall is 35 meters tall and was once the tallest indoor waterfall in the world until George Changi's rain vortex surpassed in 2019. The waterfall cools and humidifies the conservatory, mimicking the climate of tropical mountain regions. Covered in lush greenery like orchids, ferns and carnivorous plants, it is sustained by a recyclable water system that supports both the plants and the cool moist environment. After going down an escalator, we entered a section known as the Hidden Forest inside a crystal mountain, which is the long strands shining in dazzling blue and white hues that you can see here. Inside is an amazing sensory interaction. The floor tiles were packed together and were created in a way that you were walking on the water that was being shown on the screens. Under the water were types of mosses and algae, as well as a few swamp species such as dragonflies and frogs. Surrounding us was a huge projectile screen featuring a tropical rainforest, with fruits, flowers, insects and even a waterfall inhabiting the realm. However, the coolest thing about this was that if you stamped your feet on the ground like they would in real life, a ripple would form just like one would if you stepped into shallow water. This exhibit reminded me of the one that we came across at Bubble Planet in Wembley. Be sure to check that video out. We then went through the iconic Jurassic World gates with its glowing fires before we continued to a dark room full of crates. However, we had to be wary as there were a group of aggressive Dilophosaurus. The Dilophosaurus was one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs of the early Jurassic period. Dilophosaurus gets its name from the two thin crests of bone on the top of its head. These were probably used as display for courtship purposes. In the films, its thrill and ability to spit venom at its prey is actually made up, and there is no proof if it had such abilities. Moving on from that, we then watched a show hosting the iconic Velociraptor Blue. Here's what happened.
Hey, Blue, stand down. Alright, good job. Nice, that was very brave of you. Now everyone, it is your last opportunity to take a photo of Blue before I have to send her back. Now, because fun fact about Blue, Blue here has 84 razor sharp teeth. So she can smile beautifully for your camera. So do get your phones out, everyone. But just a reminder, okay, no flash photography. Okay, alright everyone, that is the sound of Blue getting a little bit agitated. Okay, I think it's better that we send her off, okay, to make sure that everything is secure. Okay, Blue, stand down. Hey, Blue, come on, back up. Back up, Blue. Alright, now that Blue is secure, the park is back online. So I hope you had a good day here in Jurassic World and I'll see you again. Bye bye everyone.
We finally went through their secret garden. The secret garden in the cloud forest is designed to resemble a shaded canyon floor, with streams running through luscious greenery. Home to over 7,000 plants from more than 135 species, it features ferns, mosses, orchids and other species that thrive on damp vertical rock faces.
So I've just come out of the Jurassic World experience and I absolutely loved it because obviously I've loved dinosaurs since I was 6 and there's so many iconic dinosaurs from the films, like behind the waterfall and everything there was Brachiosaurus and there was also like a huge animatronic of a T-Rex that kept roaring. It was so cool. And there were even like pteranodons that were kind of like hanging on the ceiling, so it looked like it was trying to attack. And there were many other cool dinosaurs, and there was even like a demonstration of how to tame Blue the Velociraptor from the Jurassic World films. So yeah, absolutely loved it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this brand new video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please do make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!